I'm Sophia Soto with the Nerds of Color. How are you today?
Hi, Sophia. I'm doing really good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so excited to speak with you, and you were fantastic in this series. So, huge
Thank
congrats.
you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Of course. And so, first off, I want to ask you what initially attracted you to the project here?
Oh, so many things. I love when I have the opportunity to shed light on stories that um, deserve light and deserve to be told. So that initially, the opioid epidemic is something that is really seriously still going on, and I just was attracted to that immediately. But then the idea of working with Danny was really exciting for me. I love his work. I love him as a person. I'm always wanting to work with like good people that love this craft, and he is so that and everything more. He's just so passionate about. He's just a passionate person. So I was excited to work with him, and then obviously getting to work with a bucket list actor like Michael Keaton is kind of it doesn't that opportunity doesn't come around too often. So it was a full package of a bunch of things, and I am truly so grateful that they put their trust in me to play Betsy Malum.
And is there something like a favorite aspect of yours and of this character that you got to play with as an actor? Maybe something you hadn't done with another project, or something you just really enjoyed bringing to life?
Oh, there was just some. I mean, I love how Betsy just internalizes a lot, but she's just a really strong-willed woman, and she is a really hard worker. Um, and I that was like the biggest element for me. That I mean, she's just such a strong character that I was just really dying to play her from the get-go. I think also just like revisiting revisiting an accent for a project was really fun. Um, but yeah, I think the internalization of her character and who she is, and um, just her journey, just her whole journey that she goes on in this um, story, and what happens to her is just so like out of her control and is completely unexpected. Um, it was heartbreaking at times to play, but I think it's again one of those stories that needed to be told.
Obviously, with those stories that do need to be told, like this one, it's a very serious, heavy matter. Did you do any sort of preparation for this sort of storyline?
Yes, I well initially fell in love with the scripts. The scripts are beautifully written. Danny is an insane writer. Uh, I then I had already done from another project. I had done some research already on opioids, and so I was watching a lot of. I mean, it's really hard to like seek out, um, what it really feels like to
Yeah.
be addicted to this type of drug. But the book was actually really helpful. Dopesick, the book written by
Yeah.
Beth Macy, was actually really informative and helpful. Um, and then I ended up actually having someone on set with me that I am forever grateful for his just openness and kindness with giving me information that I wanted, and he was so open with me about his own story, and that was actually the most helpful thing at the end of the day. It was really helpful for me to make sure I was doing it, um, like doing everything right and treating it with the utmost like respect and care. But yeah, and then just studying the scripts a lot was really helpful, and making sure I was hitting all of the beats right, because you're right, it's so tragic and heartbreaking, what happens to her, um, that I just really wanted to make sure I was doing it right and doing her justice as well.
Of course. Well, you did, and huge congrats again. I really can't wait for everyone to see your work, and it was really a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you for taking the
Oh,
time.
it was such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.
Yeah. Bye, you too.
Bye.